Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. I am Trish and today I'm kicking off the fall season in the kitchen by making an apple pie. If this is something you're interested in, please continue to watch. Okay guys, and so here we are. We're going to start to make our crust, or roll out our crust. Now this flour, this whole meal flour that has the whole grain from the wheat berry, is just absolutely delicious. I cannot emphasize it enough. You haven't tasted flour until you have ground your own flour from berries. And so I know it looks very brown, almost like whole wheat on the shelf, but there's no comparison, absolutely no comparison. Enjoying the whole wheat, the entire wheat berry, it gives a nutty flavor when it's baked up. It bakes up really easy, so it's nice and crunchy. It has all its oils, all the parts of the berry are present. And so this is why I always, no matter how challenging it can be, like you can see, it falls apart easily. Sometimes it doesn't if I make the crust and leave it in the refrigerator overnight, allowing the gluten to develop. But I just went ahead and made it right after I ground the flour and made the crust pastry. I had it in the refrigerator for maybe 10 minutes. But if I had left it overnight, it would have allowed the gluten that's in it to develop a little bit more. But I don't mind. It's a labor of love. So diligently, I take my time and I construct my pie shell here. And I'm just gonna, as you can see, I think making the video, you watching the video, shows you more than I can say. I'm just taking pieces from the edges and just filling it in on the inside. The dough, the pastry is soft, so wherever I see a little hole, I kind of press it in. It's very forgiving. You can amend a mistake with it. And so as you can see, I'm just cutting off the edges, putting it together. I'm gonna roll that out and then kind of mend the edges of the pie crust until my pie plate is completely covered. So now I'm going to return that pie shell to the refrigerator until I'm finished making the second pie crust to cover my apple pie. And so as you can see, I took my own little time, and you know, this is very relaxing, guys. And I gotta say, it's very relaxing. And took my own little time and fill in all that apple, all those apple slices. And then I took my little time again and covered it. And if it falls apart more than it has here for you, if you ever decide to try this method, I just get everything, because it has happened before, I just get all the crust, crumble it and put it on top and do a crumble style top crust, and it comes out just fine. But here it is, you can see that construction's not done. I am going to do a little extra work to make it presentable. But if I baked it like this, it would still be quite delicious. So here I'm putting on a little egg wash, and this is just 1 egg white and a little bit of water. You can use, I'm not sure if you can use flax eggs to do this. I'm almost sure you can. But what I do sometimes is I would use a 1/4 cup of milk, whatever milk, dairy or non-dairy, and I add about a teaspoon of maple syrup. I mix that together and it still gives a nice brown color. But as you can see, my flour is already brown as it is. So what I'm trying to get here is a nice glaze, and just kind of put something on the pie that's going to hold on my little dressings that I'm going to put on. As you can see, I'm going to roll out the remainder of the pie crust. And try not to dust too much, because I had run out of ground flour, and so I had to be using cornmeal, but it doesn't do much, but I just didn't want to put too much on here. And so I'm rolling it out, and I have these little fall cutters, and this one I think is a leaf, and I'm going to use this to kind of hide the imperfections in the pie crust. When this is all done, you're gonna bake it in the oven at 400 for 45 to 50 minutes. In my small oven, however, I'm not sure if you're gonna see the setting, but I bake it at 300 for 20 minutes, and that makes it all done. It's a very powerful little oven. And here I'm dressing and covering the imperfections, and I'm almost done. I pray that this was inspiring for you to get in the kitchen and bake up something. What is fall without baking, having the house smelling like spices, and the oven warming up the house when it's nice and cool. It's just a season before winter that God provides to just stimulate all the senses, and it's just one of my favorite seasons. So here there's no need to worry about my little dressings falling off, because I had gone ahead and given it a good egg wash. I pray that you'll join in also on our devotionals and gain a blessing. So here I've put her in the oven, and I'm going to have her bake for 30 minutes. I also have a pie shield just in case the edges start to get too dark, to protect that. Here she is out of the oven, nice and brown, not burnt. I know it looks burnt, but it gets me every time too. But it's nice and brown because the flour itself is already brown. And here she is. I just cut into it. I should have waited, but I do like warm apple pie with ice cream. And here she is. It fell apart a little bit. Nonetheless, very delicious with my vanilla ice cream. Until the next video, guys. God bless.